Shalom, all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahshua, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostle Great Millstone, as I take you out and teach all truth and sincerity. Um, this gonna be called Thou shalt eat. No, Salakia. Um, it's called Cannibalism will return in the latter days. Which sooner or later out here in Babylon and across the world, it's gonna be uh, a lot of food shortages, and a lot of people are gonna turn to cannibalism to what's the word, quench that hunger that they're dealing with. Let me read verse 53. And thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which Yahweh thy power hath given thee, in the siege and the straightness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee. It says, so that, so, a lot of people, especially our people, are going to turn to eating their children. Um, it says, verse 54, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother and towards the wife of his bosom and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children on whom he shall eat, because he have nothing left him in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thy enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. You know, so you know, pretty soon, as Esau's kingdom falls, you know, he's gonna implement that MOTB, and a lot of lockdowns are gonna come about soon, and you know, the the food resources is gonna be very low, or you can't get food because you don't have the MOTV in your right hand on your forehead, um, right or left hand. Um, I'm gonna go to Second Kings. Go to Second Kings. Second Kings chapter 6, verse 24. In Second Kings chapter 6, verse 24, it says, "And came to pass after this that um, that Benhadad, king of Syria, gathered all his hosts and went up and besieged Samaria. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for fourscore pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab of dove dung for 5 pieces of silver. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, therefore, no, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor and out of the wine press. It says, And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, Give thy son, that we may eat him. And she said, and she hath said, No, and she hath hid her son. So basically, at this point, they're telling this king, the king of Israel, that they made a cannibal pact or plan where one woman gave up her son to be sacrificed and eaten, and the other woman hid her son to prevent him from dying and from being sacrificed and eaten. And when the woman that gave up her son to be sacrificed and eaten, um, asked the other woman, could, let's next day eat your son. The woman already hid her son and put her son away for safety, you know. And read verse 30. It says, and it came to pass when the king heard the words of the woman that he rent his clothes and he passed by upon the wall, and the people looked, and behold, he had sackcloth with within upon his flesh. Because at this time it was a great famine in Samaria, and this was what was going on in that part of the land of Israel. Cannibalism. Um, it was a gruesome, you know, a sight. It was a gruesome to hear and gruesome to see. You know, um, I'm gonna go to Lamentations, um, Lamentations chapter 4, verse 9. This Lamentation 4 verse 9 says, "They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger, for these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field." And yeah, it's better for you to die by a sword than to die, and starving to death, because I believe your body eats itself from the inside out. You know, so and that's a horrible pain to experience. Um, and that's I'm read verse 10. The hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. They were meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. And yeah, dying of hunger and famine, that's the worst death to experience. Um, you know, dying by the sword is mercy. Um, even dying by drowning is even mercy. But dying, you know, um, by hunger is that's a horrible way to go. You know, because your body, basically eats itself from the inside out. So I'm gonna end it right here. I'm gonna say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahshai, Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the other Apostle Great Millstone. Citation I can teach all truth, sincerity, and shalom.